Welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. I am in wonderful Wynwood, as you can see. Miami, I didn't know y'all live like this out here. I might have to make this my second or third home. This is lit. I haven't even been to the beaches. I've only been to Little Havana. And I'm sold. This place is lit. I didn't know y'all were getting down like this. Florida, I didn't know y'all were getting down like this. And y'all got DeSantis. Honestly, if Vegas starts doing some bullshit, I might just have to hot skip here. It is what it is. But other than that, Margaret Pace Park, 2 p.m. PST. Be there or be square. We might roll out to the club, the beach club, after that, depending on how we feel. So if you can make it out there, cool. I will come back and do a proper meetup. This one is just to say hi. Anyone who just wants to say hi. I wasn't really gonna do any speaking or any kind of events. I just want to meet people, shake your hand, hug you, say hi. Just be out there, chill at the park. And then ideally, even if we don't go to the club, we could probably go to like a bar or an art district. We can literally brainstorm on the spot. But for sure, Margaret Pace Park, 2 p.m. PST. I think that's also on Wynwood. But other than that, Moon in Libra, Sun in Taurus, 6th house integration, because this full moon is going to blow the lid off of the transformation of your value. You see, once you have manifested this new cycle of worth, the full moon is getting ready to transform based on how, with this transit, you express your worth socially to other people. Are you ready for me to go in? I'm going in. We know that Taurus is an individual zodiac sign. We know that Gemini is an individual zodiac sign. We know that Cancer, the specialists, are individual. They be homebodies, but they're next to Leo, so they be fronting sometimes that, oh no, we're social. No, you're homebodies. We all know you're homebodies, Cancer. You're one of us. And then Leo, the extravagant main character. Believe it or not, Leo does not always think it's all about them. They know it is. No, I'm joking. Leo, the social, and Virgo, the social, but the classic social sign. Because Virgo is like the real social. They're the realest. But then you have the classic social sign. Libra. This is classic socialization. Let's go out, talk, bridge connections, boom. And so, a little bit of astrology science. When you have the value of Taurus, which is individually defined, okay? Taurus is self-confidence based off of the natural worth that you have, whether you equate it to money or actual values you stand on, whatever is valuable to you. That's your second house. But Taurus taking forward this manifestation, ever since the first quarter square in Leo broke through the seeds you planted out the dirt. And this is really amazing because there's a radical sense of self-worth that's breaking you free from passive-aggressive, psychologically manipulative ways, insecure people in order to feel better than you, because insecure people are stupid, weak little bitches who need other people to feel better than, okay? It's not working. It's like the same tactics that they may have felt one-upped you, the illusions are falling off. And you're feeling more of that frustration because it's not working. And on top of that, you are quintessentially, in the most unconventional, radical way, legitimately, divinely leveling up your sense of self-worth. And that's only going to make that weak behavior more resistant with your strength, okay? This is so very important because that breakthrough in Leo is really this fuck it factor and cringe immunity to not necessarily allow opinions other people have that are not based at all in reality, but just their heads about what they feel about you because they think they know anything. You know what I'm saying? It's having you break through all of that and establish the real nature of this worth. So now that we fully have expressed this in Virgo, to change the way you behave around how you manifest value, many of you realize that your approach to manifestation can be a lot different because you're more valuable. So you don't necessarily have to do as much as you did before. Libra is now integrating that sixth house to the sun through the vehicle of socialization, integrating that value socially with others. That means you have individual Taurus value you're aware of, and you are receptive to the social environments and interactions that enable you to show and present this value towards others. Socialization involves differences of opinions and healthy clashes. Libra rules debate and agreements because we need to argue. Okay? It's not, Libra is a mature power. It's not childish where you disagree with me, so I don't like you. No, we debate. We are vocal about what we don't agree with so we can make agreements. And so you're going to be receptive to certain forces that don't feel like you're as worthy as you do. And you're going to deal with forces who feel like you're way more valuable than you think you do. And then you'll meet forces who see you equally. Your job, right? Because the sixth house is work. Your job is to classically balance the value you're manifesting based on how you're presenting it to other people. Naturally, that's what this transit's going to do. And the purpose of this integration is to set in place how you socialize and balance and bridge this valuable part of yourself so that you can complete it in the full moon and transform the social axis. And Libra's cardinal. So there's social actions that based on how valuable you're aware of yourself. And where's Taurus in your chart? This will let you know where this is. If you're 11th house Taurus, this is the value you feel with where you belong. Where does this value belong in your life? If you're Taurus rising, it's your value, right? So this is so very important because the moon in Libra is trining Saturn. It's strengthening communities. It's strengthening how much more knowledgeable you apply this balance and presentation. And the square to Pluto is going to break you through fears when you realize that people's opinions are just that, y'all, opinions. What you're noticing is that the strengthening of your value is making certain people intimidated. Certain people, it doesn't have to be like a bad, I don't want to frame it like it's you against the world, because for some people, there are people who are literally loving your value, okay? But what you're going to realize is the increase of your value, especially with Jupiter and Aries, is making certain people uncomfortable because now they can't put you in that box they put you before. Now they can't play the same mind games they played with you before. And this is your chance to rub it in their face that they can never, ever, 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 ever play you. Ever play you. Ever play you. This is not Savage Aries, though. We're bridging the moon in Libra opposite Aries. So bring all that rawness and classily do it with style. So don't just be like, you're a stupid bitch. That's vulgar. Be like, you know what? I want to help you out. You seem intellectually challenged, and I want to help you out in any way I can. You see how Libra will just compliment you with a diss? I love you, Libra. Okay? You got to be classy here. This is value that is balancing your moods. So like, down to the minute reactions, you really need to think like someone who knows they're valuable and isn't faking the funk. There's a certain way you move when you realize your worth and you don't let certain things get to you. That being said, this transit is also very powerful because with that Pluto square, the level of breakthrough we come into with the quincunx to Uranus is fundamentally changing forever through cardinal actions how much more confidently you express yourself. There are social techniques borrowed from very special skills since Moon in Cancer and the special abilities that you had a few days ago that you're going to start to integrate and apply socially. This is very important. These special abilities were individual. Now, let's say the special ability was you're so much more intuitive. Now you're applying that intuition talking to people. Hey, did your mom die yesterday? Oh my God, how did you know that? I can feel you. Be like, this is going to be crazy. That was an extreme example. But it's going to be very crazy because that Pluto square is how confidently do you break through that pressure to try and conform with what's normal? We still have that Saturn-Uranus square. So I'm not saying that you have to be a total weirdo who doesn't give a fuck about anything. I'm saying respect yourself enough to not downplay yourself and dim your light because other people are uncomfortable with your shine. Don't downplay yourself because other people think they're cool. I'm sorry. Don't really be out here thinking you're some kind of weirdo because other people think they're cool. Don't play yourself like that. I swear to God. And when you actually stand up for yourself and chase your North Node or follow your North Node, people start to get angry. Pay attention to how. They're literally snitching on themselves to you. They didn't have to do that. Pay attention, okay? You're going to really be receptive to a lot of social dynamics that, relative to this increase of value, changes the game for you. So really enjoy it, because this is a glorious alley-oop and setup to the full moon that will transform your entire life. After this full moon, you're going to be walking around like your shit don't stink. You're going to be walking around with cojones or breastones that's just like, I'm in this beat. I'm here. And for many of you, that'll be newfound confidence you've had it for the first time. What's making you feel this? Today and tomorrow, you are producing legitimate results in the social field and environment. This is not just me saying this. You're going to be doing things socially with people that are like, wow, a few years ago, I'd be too nervous to do this. Or wow, I actually bring a lot to the table in this community or with what I do. And so own it. It's Taurus season. Godspeed. And until next time.